Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, heavyweights. One cruiserweight, two heavyweight. Right? Two high-profile heavyweights are going to fight very soon. You got champion, three-belt champion, Oleksandr Usyk, Mr. I was undisputed in the cruiserweight division, versus former three-belt champion Anthony Joshua, who is a two-time heavyweight champ. Right? For had them three belts. We know what time it is. Right? But Anthony Joshua got his butt whooped by this smaller guy in the first fight. So Anthony Joshua, he was looking for trainers, trying to figure out what I'm going to do in this next fight against Oleksandr Usyk, because he had a rematch clause, which he really shouldn't have had, because we should move on to try to see if we can get undisputed fight heavyweight division. But when you got the three belts, two times champion, you get a little special treatment. Okay, so we got a rematch. So a lot of people thinking Anthony Joshua's gonna have a whole lot of problems, right? And with this smaller guy to beat him the next time. Some people are even going as far as to Oleksandr Usyk might even stop Anthony Joshua and not the other way around. So this is very interesting stuff going on, right? Now, when you talk about Oleksandr Usyk, anybody that's been here with me for a while understands how I think about Oleksandr Usyk. Oleksandr Usyk is a legend now. He doesn't have to fight another fight, right? Now. Watch boxing too long to understand what Oleksandr Usyk done and try to act like it's nothing. Oleksandr Usyk was undisputed, which means that's already something. And there wasn't but 8 of them, right, in the four-belt era, which makes him already a legend, right? Because in this world we living in right now with boxing and all this politics and stuff, it's hard to get 4 belts in one damn time. And the way Oleksandr Usyk done it is better than anybody who done it, for me. Okay, I know people say, well, this person was harder and harder. Yeah, because people try to act like they don't know who these people were that Oleksandr Usyk beat. Right? And he beat Marco Huck in Berlin. He beat Marius Briedis, who's the best cruiserweight right now. He beat him in Latvia. Then he followed that up with the hardest punching cruiserweight we've seen for a while in Mariat Gusiev in Russia. Right? Before that, he went to Poland and beat Glivaki. Before that, he was in America beating Michael Hunter. Those names you better remember because those some bad boys. After being undisputed, he just went to England and just beat up everybody that thought there was something. Tony Bellew, who was just coming off of beating David Haye twice. And y'all know how I feel about some David Haye. Beat him twice, but couldn't handle this dude. So he beat him over there in Liverpool or Manchester, one of them. He beat Derek Chisora over there in England. He beat Anthony Joshua in England. You see what I'm saying? Did I say Ukraine once? Yeah, Ukraine, the only time I say that, it's a war over there, and that's where the man comes from. But he doesn't fight there ever. That's more awesome than anybody else, in my opinion. And just because you don't know them names, Marius Briedis and Gusiev, then that's your problem. Those were awesome guys. All of them. Briedis undefeated, so was Gusiev, undefeated. So listen, the man is ridiculous. As a matter of fact, Glivaki, when he beat him in Poland, he was undefeated at the time too. You know what I'm saying? So the dude is ridiculous, okay? He's very, very strong-minded, strong-willed, and he's very, very technical, and he's going to handle his business. So, yeah, it's an uphill battle for Anthony Joshua. But and here's the funny thing. Usyk got to gain weight to fight Anthony Joshua because he was over in the war in Ukraine, and he was losing weight, obviously. He's got to gain weight just to fight Anthony Joshua. Man, Anthony Joshua has an uphill battle here, bottom line, because I don't think Anthony Joshua's mind is as strong as Oleksandr Usyk's, and his will either, right? Anthony Joshua's been pampered for a while. Now, anybody that know me for a while also knows I don't roll with Anthony Joshua. Back to the Deontay Wilder days, because if it was up to Anthony Joshua's the reason we didn't have undisputed a long time ago. I know some people still think that's not the case, but whatever, guys. If you had to put your hand in the fire, right, you're going to lose your hand. And they told you who you think was in the way of the fight between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder for undisputed. You know what you're going to say. Anthony Joshua said he wanted 85% and going to give Deontay Wilder 15%. Do we think he's that much better than Deontay Wilder? I don't give a damn where you're from. You don't think that, right? And at the end of the day, I take issue with people just, when it comes to Deontay Wilder anyway. When you see something spectacular and ridiculously crazy, like I'm able to see what Oleksandr Usyk has done, I don't care what nobody say. A guy who just learned how to fight at 19, skinny, and ain't scared of people 20 to 50 pounds heavier than him and knocking them out spectacularly. In sport, it's sport. don't care who he's from or whatever. Who's this skinny dude knocking people out, walking away before they fall? We don't think that's awesome? And just everybody, just no matter who it was, I don't give a damn if it's a Gerald Washington, a Dominic Brazil, a Luis Ortiz, a Bermain Stavern, Lyakovich. No one had Lyakovich on the ground doing convulsions. Stop acting like that was normal. That's ridiculous. Like when you see something awesome, damn it, register that. Just for people that don't know, Shohei Ohtani in baseball is pitching and hitting at a high level. Stop acting like that's ridiculous. That's something special. Fathom it. Don't worry about he's from Japan or something. The dude is ridiculous. So when you see something ridiculous and you're a sport fan, damn it, don't matter from where he is. Not saying you gotta like the person, but just acknowledge. Right? That's what I'm saying. So back to Anthony Joshua and Oleksandr Usyk. I think Oleksandr Usyk winning the damn fight. Right? I hope Oleksandr Usyk wins the fight. He's a legend, and I'm watching that. So I like to go for the people that's going to be legends and go do something legendary after and not be pampered and try to get around fights. So I'm going for Usyk. I hope Usyk wins and whatever. But even though I don't really roll with Anthony Joshua, AJ got some good qualities. First of all, he got some lion in him. Okay? He's got up against your boy. Not only Dillian White had him hurt, but Dillian White had one arm, but so did Vladimir Klitschko. When Vladimir Klitschko looked excellent on that day. Did you see the upper body move from Vladimir Klitschko on that day? That was ridiculous. So he beat a very good informed, although old, Vladimir Klitschko. And a lot of other people. Right? So Anthony Joshua has handled his business. I don't think he fancied, I'm using fancy because that's what Britain would use. I don't think he didn't fancy the Deontay Wilder fight. Neither did a few other people fancy the fight. Just like a Canelo never fancied the fight with Demetrius Andrade. That's why fights don't happen. Somebody calling you out your name, then damn it, they your same weight division, and you could be undisputed fighting them, then you just do. Period. If not, there's a reason why. Right? And then when you look at the other guy, like when you look at Demetrius Andrade, then you see him fight a couple of times, and you say, yeah, well, that's why I see why Canelo don't want him. Same thing with Deontay Wilder. When you look at him and people keep falling on the floor that have a better chin than Anthony Joshua, then you be like, oh, yeah, I think Anthony Joshua should not mess with that. You know what time it is. Stop patronizing yourself, because you ain't patronizing me. I don't understand what time it is. But how the hell is Anthony Joshua going to beat up Oleksandr Usyk? You think it's going to be Robert Garcia, his new trainer? I don't think so. From what I'm hearing out of the camp and everything, they're still thinking about boxing him. I don't think you're going to outbox Oleksandr Usyk. Here's the deal. Here's what you got to do. Simple. Like I know every damn thing. I don't know nothing. But I do watch sport. Pay attention. You got to go to the body. Every time that Oleksandr Usyk has not lost, but been dropped or had to stop, it's been to the body. Right? Now, how is that Anthony Joshua going to get to that body? I don't know. Maybe he needs to get in there and just put his hands up and get in there, tie him up, and on the way out, hit him to the body. Right? Because I think a good left hook to the body, or straight hard jab to the body, stuff like that, that is where Anthony Joshua is going to be able to beat Oleksandr Usyk, because lesser punchers have done it before. Right? So that's the only way I think. I don't think Anthony Joshua will be able to outpoint Oleksandr Usyk. Right? And if Anthony Joshua outpoints Oleksandr Usyk, then he's going to take Oleksandr Usyk out of there. Anthony Joshua was a heavy puncher. If he gets him hurt, he'll handle his business. And I've seen Oleksandr Usyk feel Anthony Joshua's punches. But if he hurts him to the body, then what happens is you start losing your damn, everything, your plan and your game plan, and then you might open up and then Joshua could take him out. If Joshua can hurt him to the body, that's how he can win the damn fight. I don't need to make this video long. That's what I was talking about in the title. If Anthony Joshua wants to beat Oleksandr Usyk, he's going to have to hurt him to the body. Concentrate on that damn body. Keep your hands up, because you're going to get pieced up. In the meantime, you could be behind on points, but at the end of the day, if you want to win the fight, you're going to have to hurt him to the body, or you're not going to win. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.